don't know. Anyway, my wife will let me watch it. Anyway, whatever it is. Destiny 1, 2. Okay, Pascal. Pascal, before we talk about individuals, every year the draft, I think and it's true for every team. It's basically it's a real crapshoot, isn't it?
Well, it's it's every year you get ready and things that you plan. You have to. What we do is we make a plan A, plan B, plan C, and the boys are evaluating for about like 10 rounds of players, and then they have their list and they're in constant communication during the draft. But there are things that every year it goes the same that you expected to do or to you expected to pick a player, and it doesn't happen that way because a team didn't pick or picked a player that you wanted or didn't pick a player that you had on your list, and all of a sudden that guy's available, and so there's so many things that can happen. Trading too. I mean, we had a few offers that we refused because we didn't want to touch our draft picks too much, and we didn't want to touch our young players and the guys that have been here for a while. So I mean, it's always an experience. It's always different, but that I guess it makes the beauty out of it.
The players that you introduced here today, especially James McDonald's a big lad, and he seems to have the size, especially to play a major junior.
Well, he seems to have the size, and I had good reports on him. Now we'll see how he's going to adjust at training camp and how he's going to get ready during the summer. Like I said, it's going to be a tough training camp. We're not going to make it easy for them. We want to see who worked hard during the summer, and we will evaluate them in every way we can the first few days.
The other three boys are local. The Cambridge Screaming Eagles and your staff intentionally lean more on Atlantic Canada this year?
Well, we try to know as much as possible, or know more than any other teams in the league. Who's playing in our own backyard, and the boys did that this year, and they felt really comfortable by drafting those guys. They felt like I said that yesterday to somebody. Whoever is going to show up at camp will have a chance to make the team. We don't want to bring players just to bring a player to fill up the training camp numbers of players and stuff. We will whoever's going to show up at camp has a chance to make the team, and then that's the way we're going to approach training camp. As when day one's going to start, there's no more veterans, no more rookies. We want to go with the best or the right 23 players for the team.
Two players that you did mention this morning during the news conference. One was Danny Ouellette. Can you give us a little bit of his background?
Dean Ouellette. He's from New Brunswick. He's high intensity, great leadership. He's a two-way type of player. He's really intense. And Jason had a chance to see him in the dressing room with the under 17, and he's great. He's an awesome. He's got awesome leadership skills. The boys saw him play a few times. Gary saw him a couple of times, and they felt like in the second round, even though we received a letter like all the teams in the league that he was probably going to upper college. We felt he was the right player for us, so we drafted him, and we finally had to convince him to show up at training camp.
Now, last year's what happened or didn't happen in the playoffs. Hindsight's 20/20, but one thing you did seem to lack was that kind of intensity from some of the players. And did that dictate to some of the kind of quality of player you drafted this year?
Yeah, in a way. But like we lost the games against Chicoutimi on the ice, but I really believe it was we lost them in the dressing room, and we want kids that really want to play for us, and that will give everything they have, that they are proud to play for us, and we will play a high tempo type of game, and it's going to be physical, it's going to be energetic, it's going to be high emotions, and we that's one of the guidelines that I gave to the scouts. Find that kind of player. Find another Maxime Talbot. Find that type of player. That's Jean-Michel Daou and those type of players. That's what we're looking for. Energy, a combination of skills, size. I mean, you can be 5'6" and play like a 6'3", and you can be 6'3", and we've seen a couple in the past play like a 5'6". So size is important, but I believe in the heart and the desire, and we drafted that way.
Maxime Lessard kind of player?
Maxime Lessard type of player. Yeah, exactly. And I made it public. I told everybody that it was a mistake to trade Max. He was our leader. We can't go back. I wish I could, but I can't. But this is a mistake we will not do again. And looking for that type of attitude as well. Maxime Lessard, Guillaume Demers, Neil Smith, Kevin Asselin, those kids. That's we want that type of kid.
It's all a learning curve. It goes for even not only for the players, it goes for general managers, coaches, and when you're doing this whole type of exercise, you learn.
Oh, big time. And I believe in making and we tell that to the players all the time. You can make a mistake once, don't repeat it. And we made a mistake. We made a few mistakes. It's not only the players. We made some mistakes as a staff, as an organization, and we have to improve and look forward. Of course, it's easy to look back and say we should have done this, should have done that, but now that's over. I mean, at the draft, we decided to turn the page and take the experiences that we went through and look forward and learn from them.
What do they say in French and English? They say, "Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on
Yeah,
you."
exactly. Yeah, exactly. And we've learned a lot, and it's I'm really pumped for next year. I am really.
Let's go come back. The last year's one other question, and that's last year's training camp. There wasn't a lot of spaces open. You guys were coming to camp. The chances of making the team for new guys were slim and none.
Yeah.
What are the chances this year for a young guy coming in?
It's wide open. We want to make it a competition. There's some guys that I can tell you will be part of the team: Martin Hall and Steve Dixon, and Neil Smith, Guillaume Demers, our 320s, Adam Party. But there's a lot of room, and it's wide open. So if you come to training camp and you're ready, well, you might stay with us for the whole year.
Look at the bright side. You wouldn't have to put up with any Marc-Andre Fleury questions this year.
Yeah, well, I didn't mind. I didn't mind.
It just, I think personally that had a lot of effect on him. All of a sudden the focus shifted. I'm not blaming that on him, but seeing the focus shifted. I think this had a lot of effect. Focus is a big thing.
Yeah, it is.
That could be